Hi guys, I'm going to make another video, and this is the Frog Isle game against Blazing Huzzars that we played in ESL. The reasoning for picking this game is because Blazing Huzzars is, to get into the finals in PGS we have to beat Blazing Huzzars, so it's a very important match, and to make sure we get the land slot. And these guys have been playing very well lately, in my opinion. The first thing I want to talk about is what their strategy is, and then how we play towards our strategy to counter it. So there was a pause. We played it the first round, I think, and then we remade it, so we kind of already were able to identify their strategy from the first point. And I remember me saying in voice chat what their strategy was and then what ours was, so I guess I'll just repeat it. What their strategy is going very hard on one side, then using Bomb King and Ruckus to swap immediately to the other side. So what our strategy is playing defensive on the side where they're coming in and going aggressive on the other side and kind of wrapping very offensively around them. So we'll see how it happens. Yeah, I guess we'll just see how it happens. Right. So King, I like it that you're playing defensive here. You're kind of scoping them out. I'm not sure why. I guess you saw 3 of them coming from this side, so it was already identified they were coming here. I think you could be completely safe here and also scope that out a bit, especially because their CC isn't. It's not like they have a Makoa hook or anything. It's nothing to displace you, rather than like you can just run away from this spot as well. But do you see what they're doing? I think the Grumpy Bomb here was a mistake because it's their whole tactic to go hard on this side. He could have just ran with his horse and then used one Poppy Bomb to swap over on Mojito right away. Yeah. So I think this time we saw it coming, we play very defensive, and they kind of get punished for it. And now they go back and sit on Mojito. I think this is kind of dangerous. Actually, it's fine. And because of all their swapping, I think it's that's why we get the Fernando here. But what I would like to see more from Frog and Shaolin is realizing it's not really the Fernando that's swapping around, so that's not really the target we want to poke out. We want to poke out Dialer in specific. And so me and Bear could have kept this rotation pretty safely by ourselves. I think the Shaolin helped from this angle. He stunned the Bomb King, I think, and hit the Cassie twice, so that's good. But if you can choose, don't hit the Fernando and hit the Ruckus, because he's the one that can swap easily from the side to side, not the Fernando. This is a nice pick from us.
We gotta come out fast, we gotta hit them hard. Uh-oh, they got the first.
Alright, and now Maeve goes very ham. I like the aggression. We just picked up Fernando in our backline, and then so we cleaned up one of their sides when they went to aggressive, and then we go hard on them. I just think you go a bit too deep and forget that they have this angle. But I like this aggression. I think it's the right move. But yeah, check it. And now it's a 4v4. I guess they don't have the Fernando, so it's kind of, we're still good. Barrick, I think at this moment, maybe this is communication mistake. You figured we killed the Fernando, had aggression from there, and then just stayed aggressive without looking back. I guess you must have seen the Maeve dying as well, so I don't think you have an excuse. Even without communication, you should realize that this is a bit too aggressive, especially with the Fernando reset coming in. I guess if you get the Bomb King for sure, then it's okay, because then your Barrack in their backline, it's pretty nice. But if you don't get the Bomb King, it's not worth it. And you don't. Yep. I feel like, I guess I was only looking at this side, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. What happened to Mojito, but he seems pretty healthy. No close DPS, like the Fernando was still resetting. The Ruckus was here, I think. I'm not sure, but pretty sure you could have just camped out here and been closer to help out the Barrack. Helping people reset is important. Yeah, very aggressive frog, but yeah, you get out, but you also put everything on cooldown just to use 2 dashes, and really you were focusing down a Fernando, so that's a bit crazy. Okay, so here we're still resetting. I'm not sure why you fall down. This is exactly what Maeve did. She went aggressive on the Fernando and then was in this position with all 4 of them focused too. I think you're better off running to either side, because the Barrack's almost coming back, and then Barrack can go to whatever side you're not on. And now you're just putting yourself in the middle of everybody. Like, they don't have anybody else to hit. I think going through the middle is only for like...
Your sight fails you.
It's only for getting to the point fast. Here, the sides are just better angles. Here, I make a mistake. It wasn't communicated to me that Barrack was resetting so quick, so I saw the 96% and I went to go touch it. But this punishes me because it's obviously too greedy, but I thought that was the only choice. So, King, when you're... Maybe I should ask if you could touch the point in time, but also you should tell me. Oh, I die. Not efficient point cap here. That's just unfortunate. I think that's a very good Bomb King thing. It's a nice pick.
Last one standing wins.
Yep, just when you're fighting with 2, you just always gotta keep in mind that people are resetting and keep an eye on where they're coming from. I think getting lost on doing damage is a bad thing. You also gotta keep the big picture in mind, and that Barrack ultimate's just too late. If you had it here, I would have done everything, and then Ashe wouldn't have had to ult. That said, I think it's a beautiful Ashe ult. That Ruckus.
Enemy dub, look out.
So in the end, just recapping this point a bit, we played along with the flanks. We let them go ham on a flank and punish the other side. And then there were a bunch of mistakes where we just overextend to kill somebody. Well, you could just sit back and be happy with the pick you get, play 4v5 for a bit, while not taking that risk. And then stuff like not seeing people coming and not ulting fast enough, or miscommunication where I get on the point. I think we're definitely not playing perfect this game, and a good team would have wrecked us. That was one of the sickest. It was on stream as well. You jumped into the air and then hit the Cassie there.
Alright, they get hot,
So yeah, this is perfect. We're just pushing them back, holding them off while we free push the payload. This is how it should be, not using any ultimates on the free push. I'm gonna speed this up. So this ultimate I really like, King. I think you do it twice in this game, where we just have a tank here, or in the other point it was like one tank here, one tank there, just holding off two entrances, and as soon as they start rushing in, you ulti. And that gives our DPS, keeps them on the good positions, and we just wreck them. They're funneled through an area where they can't go. And now, because the payload is so close, they just gotta start rolling on point. We play it very defensive, and this I also really like. Because the payload is so close, they freak out and they're like, okay, we have to use our ultimates now. While we just have positions to hide, let them use their ults and then engage afterwards. This is also what I would like to pay attention to. I think our Mave ultimates, I think there should be more to it. There has to be a reason to use Mave ult rather than, I guess it's easy when you're using it defensively, like against the Ruckus ultimate, against the Bomb King ultimate, or I guess when they're aggressing with Dumba. But here I guess we'll see what happens. But really, a lot of their power is gone. We just got 2 picks. We're 4v3. You really like. What did we achieve there? We got a Dumba low that was mispositioned anyways. He was gonna die. Like, we could have hit that poke without the Mave ult. I would use it when DPS are going aggressive. When you're I don't know, when people are when other people are mispositioned. But yeah, a very clean point capture. 4 minutes 30, that's not bad. Especially with the point being so long. So it's good. On the captures we play very well in my opinion. Alright.
Goodbye. Capture point spawns in 15 seconds.
Okay. So this time they're doing their aggression on the right side. What I was thinking about before is, if they're using this tactic, it's really, I think they fuck up. They have to keep track of which tank has their ultimates, because this is the whole point of their tactic, to surprise somebody, either get them low and have them retreat or kill them. And they're always engaging on the side that has their ultimate. I guess in the first point it didn't matter because Berg didn't have it anyways, but here Mojito's very close to his ult, and they're not able to know that he doesn't have it up. So then rushing from the right side was much better for them, knowing that the Berg ulted at the steps there. But given that they do this, hooray for us. Huzzah! That's good.
Let's fight.
So
Let's fight.
I like it, but we're just keeping our positions. I think it would have been fine for Xiaolin if he just min-maxing, you know, like your retreat was good because the Bomb King had some bomb stack there, but you could have just retreated this way and kept doing damage from this side. also you have your ultimate. Don't be scared to like. You can play aggressive when you have your ult. Twiscosis does a lot. You just see him like reversing onto the like. I remember watching another game. I don't remember which one, but he just uses reversal right straight in their face and then started ulting. Yeah, I got more to say about it, but I'll do it later because I think you do that later, but you make a mistake. Yeah, it's right now. So I think you're staying very, very aggressive while all 5 people can just poke you out, and your trajectory is pretty obvious. While you could have just stayed a bit more defensive along the outside if there's 5 people up. But if there's only like 3 people up, then you would be completely fine just going in their face. But there's just too much spray for them with them. Let's see. Barrick, you taking a detour here? I'm not sure what your reasoning is. They're definitely not gonna. This is what they do. They go aggressive on one side and then converge on the point and aggress the left side. So here you're just gonna run to the opposite side. Yeah, this is just crazy, Barrick. You're smoking that ganja. But yeah, the Mojito played amazing this point. Gets his ult up, I guess because of the Barrick, because they shielded him, and they were just all stuck there. And then he retreats this way, where they're not located. It's very good. King, he just came window and got poked out. That's bad. I guess you do save it with a nice shield here and turrets and stuff. Like, they're swapping sides. You saw it as soon as Mojito's ult was down. They reconverged on this side, and you could have helped Mojito here, or you could have gone like more in their face. Said, okay, Mojito ult, used your shield to let him get his ult, but then you don't have to stack on him anymore because you're not really defending anything that he's not defending already. So then you could just go stand here, block them off more from swapping. And now they're just keeping the zoning up properly, but without good point cap. This is another thing. Mojito, I like this. You go straight to the point. Typically that's alright, but I think 85% is a bit crazy because going into middle of their team, it's very dangerous. They can have a free bomb king ult like they're doing now. Maybe you saw the low target and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it, and you just misread it. Then I forgive you. But if you didn't see this low target, then I don't forgive you, just because you could rush on it at 95%. Like, I think we're good enough to realize how fast the point cap is, and now you leave open the DPS to. Yeah, I don't know. You can't just go in the middle of 4 people. While like they're zoning our DPS off from both sides, so we can't help you out. Especially without your ult. Like with your ult, then the DPS can eventually help you, but tanks stacking.
Last one standing wins! There we go now!
Step into the light.
Your sight fails you.
This is a hella good showing off. I wish I could do shit like that. That's really good. Especially it was on stream as well, so you just saw how you outplayed everybody. You dodged everything, and then at the end of your ulti, you use your reversal just to get back into position. It was beautiful. So here, Mojito, you should already be retreating. You gotta look at the other side. We gotta think about the line. We retreat and we aggress together. So you don't want to be by yourself. I think you're a few seconds late here. King Cup poked a half HP and was retreating already before you even thought about it. Also, because you were a bit late, you were very low HP, and that creates problems for K-Coners. You have a very long dash, but you gotta also help K-Coners to retreat, but now you couldn't do that.
I will not die.
I guess I'm just talking now because he got offline. I like that ultimate king.
Come, let's fight.
I like that ult too.
Alright, they're getting hot, they're getting hot.
So 30 seconds left, we're zoning deep. I think that's the right move. Typically you don't want to zone this deep because they just have quicker resets, you know, you put yourself at a losing position. You want to keep this choke usually, but this choke could have been nice, but I guess we didn't get there fast enough.
Alright, they're getting hot, they're getting hot.
Yeah, also, when you're taking this choke up here, what it seemed like now is we tried to take this choke, we didn't all 5 do it, so then people had to start retreating, and we couldn't retreat it slowly. And then people retreated very, very fast, and that's why the barrack died, all the way here. Just because they were aggressing, they have very good aggressive power, and then I just can't heal people fast enough. And now 4v5, 4v4. Here I want to see some. Here we have K-Coners and Maeve. Like, both of these people I think could have ulted. Mine I just always keep for Ruckus, or, yeah. For Ruckus or Fernando. Mojito wasn't able to step on the point, and they just got this much distance because we're just peeking them here. It's a 2-1. We got 2 points. We gotta go for the 3-1. That's definitely the right move. It's not the right move to keep your ults.
Okay, real talk. Stop that.
To the light. Perish.
Here I'm not sure. I guess I played it too fast, but tank stacked again. I think it was Mojito dashing onto the point because he thought the barrack was gonna die faster. Maybe just stay on opposite sides of the point or something. Yeah, and also I think Shaolin could have used his ult there, no problem. Maybe he's keeping it because he knows they're swapping, and then the ultimate is very, like with their tactic, Shaolin's ultimate is very, very nice for the capture. Maybe that's why he's keeping it, but I'm not sure. Maybe you just noob.
Capture point spawns in 15 seconds.
Okay. So here, Barrack, you kind of realize their strategy, and I'm happy for that, but you're also, because you're so scared of them, I don't know why you're so scared. Like, you know what they're doing, so you know what their power is. You go here to the wall, you jump up, and then you go stand here for a bit, but really, in all this time, they're already focused on Mojito all the way. Everybody else is fine, he goes deep. Like, I think it's bad for Mojito. Maybe he has to stay more defensive, or you gotta go more aggressive, but something here has to happen. I'm gonna retreat it to see exactly what the barrack did. Okay. So let's see. Yep, you're jumping over the wall to see, and you see them coming on the left side. And because you're all the way back here, they just jump straight on Mojito that's in the middle. I think this is partly because you're not here that he's getting so much focus. Also, you got to think about giving your DPS room to do damage. If there is no way distraction from the enemy team, like look how many you can even see the projectiles here. Like they're just gonna spam this window. Shaolin can't do damage, and you just do less damage than the Shaolin. While easily, I mean, both their tanks are in the middle. You could be where the Bomb King is right now. I don't think this is a crazy spot to be in, even if they're all wrapping from the side. I guess I said at the beginning of the video where they don't have any movement displacing abilities where that could really catch you out like a Makoa hook. You can just come here, see if they're on this side. If they're not on this side, then you know they're coming from here, and then just stay very defensive but still see it. And then when you're here and they all pop here, then you can still use your rocket boots if you have to. But yeah, I'm happy you saw what they're doing. So it's a plus, just don't be scared. And now I didn't see, I think you guys outplayed them hard because 2 people, oh no, the Bomb King, oh no, I guess we just broke them out. That was a fucktard. He was just ulting right here on the ledge, waiting for the Shaolin, but he has to realize to ult the open spot so Shaolin couldn't get out and somebody else could clean it up. That's just bad on Daiwei, in my opinion. Not looking at his win condition. Alright. I like it a lot, Maeve, that you swap sides because you realize you were stacking with 3 people there. But now, I guess the bear comes. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world because Shaolin kind of wants to be stage later. And you're just swapping between sides. So I don't mind that you 2 stack that much, but only in this game. Fuck, I'm getting a message. Sorry, it's in the video now. Okay, this is nice. So this is what we do. We do it beautifully in the captures. We're just taking better positions than them, poking them out, and I think that's part of the reason that it's part of our comp. We've got 2 very strong poke champs that are very good against ruckus. If they had like Fernando and another tank, I don't think it would have been so easy for us. Same thing, I love this ultimate just because you're holding one of those open sides, you know? I really like it. I think I like Barrack more on this side and Mojito more on this side just because of the water. Also, I feel like the turrets aren't going to get cleaned up here as fast as over here. Over here, everybody can clean them up, while over here, only people that are on this side can clean them up. So that's why I would like you guys to swap. So do you see it? It's the exact same situation as last time. It's beautiful. We push in the point all the way. They start freaking out and they use these 2 ultimates while we still have Ash ult. And they can't really hit anybody else with Daiwei.
Let's fight.
So yeah, it's just very nice how we played the pushes. I don't have much advice. It's just good. All right, that's it, dudes. That's it.